Okay, what's going on, everyone? Sponsor Dlamini here, back here with another video. Actually, this is our first video of the year 2021, so I'm extremely excited about it. So actually, it is our first formal video for Stocks for Hope, since we changed our brand to Stocks for Hope. So yeah, let us just really jump on it, ne? So it is our first formal video as Stocks for Hope, ne? So I am really excited about it. I am extremely excited about that. So as well, it is our first video for only charts, the only charts series, so where we look at the next charts of interest for the following week. So we are going to look at the charts of interest for the week of the 3rd of January to the 7th of January 2022. So the things that we are going to check out this week, we're going to look at obviously we're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to check out the US dollar index. We're going to check out euro dollar, the Nasdaq, W2I oil, and of course we are going to look at USD ZAR. And then on the JSE front, we're going to check out Coronation, BARLOWORLD, and as well as JASCO electronics. So there's just so many things that we are going to cover as the year is starting. So but it's better we start off everything light, and then we just pick up pace as we go over the year, because like most people are coming from the holiday season, so we need to recap our minds so we can start off slow, and then we're going to get into the heavy stuff as time goes on. So we do have a heavy economic calendar coming up this week now. As much as markets are going to be closed on Monday, most markets are going to be closed on Monday. It's going to be a US holiday in the UK, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. But the actual data is going to start coming from Germany on Tuesday. Then from Tuesday, we're going to see the German manufacturing index, and then you're going to see the US ISM manufacturing index as well. And then there's going to be the US jobs number that is going to be coming up, and then as well the ADP non-farm payroll that is going to be coming up on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be an important day for the US dollar, and as well as for the US market as well. Why? Because there's going to be the FOMC statement that is going to be coming up later on the day as well. So as the week goes on, there's going to be initial jobless claims, and as well the big one, the first NFP for the year of 2020. Remember, this NFP is really important. Why? The Fed made the decision not to increase interest rates in December 2021, right? So they still needed to assess some data. So this unemployment number, it is very important, because it's the number that's coming from December, from the festive season. So it is very important for markets. It's very important for the Fed as well. It's very important for the direction of the US dollar itself. So let us check out how is Bitcoin. So looking at the structure of Bitcoin and the weekly chart, we are seeing that Bitcoin was moving slowly in the 2020, but started jumping in 2021, and then made this first new high as the 64,800 level, and then it did that high again at the 68,000 level, and then started to move lower. So there's this triangle formation that is right here. There's this triangle formation that is right here, and you see that it broke, and now it retested this triangle formation the previous week, and now we are seeing that this it's going to close off this week on the negative territory. So we might see Bitcoin actually falling to the 30,000 level. Why am I saying that? It's that because there is this fresh level that is right here that has never been tested. So it might happen that price might actually come back perhaps to 40,000, even as low as 30,000, even as 29,000. So it's just my analysis and my prediction. I'm not saying anybody should shoot me, because you know these videos are for educational purposes, not investment advice. So the next thing we're going to check out is the dollar index, net DXY. So the story of the US dollar, I spoke about this for about 6 months now, talking about this thing. So the US dollar formed this W formation here, and then there was this box range, and then it traded outside the box range, and then it showed up. So now we might see that the dollar, it might be retesting the 9500 level, the $95 level, sorry, and it might be actually starting to move higher to the $99 even as high as the $100 mark. Why am I saying this? Because the US dollar has been relentlessly strong the past couple of months, or the past couple of weeks, and the bullish trend is still intact. So this was just a correction for the dollar to actually extend to move even higher. So looking at Euro USD, so when it comes to euro dollar, we're going to look at the lower time frame there. So when we're looking at the top down analysis, the weekly chart is telling us that there's still this bearish trend that is there, and the daily chart as well is telling us there's this bearish trend that was happening. So as much as the US dollar wanted to move higher, but it's trading at a very critical level here. Euro dollar is trading at a very critical level here, which then is telling me that at the lower time frame we might see things actually making the opposite, because this level here, it is very critical, because it was never broken here, it bounced back, and then it was never broken here, and look how many times it has touched. I'm sorry guys, I'm doing this video, the day basket are still doing fireworks, so it was just fireworks. So so the dollar is euro dollar, sorry, is trading at this level. So I'm thinking that perhaps this might turn around, and then we might see euro USD reversing here back to the 1.23 level. Even if it doesn't reverse here, maybe this point here can be a turning point for it. This point that is right here, so this point here can be maybe the next order block that we might see. It may break this level, but this point here can be maybe our sell level. So we might see maybe an extension higher, and then and then price starts to move lower. Maybe we might see something like this, an extension higher, and then price starts to move lower from that level. So the story of the Nasdaq, before we check out USDs, so we've seen the US market breaking grounds the past week. It has made new highs, new all-time highs. The S&P 500 has been up 173 times in the past year alone. 173 times in the past year alone. So there are 200 and something trading days. So almost 75% of the trading days, the S&P 500 has been higher than the previous days, of which is really awesome. It's really awesome. It's something that we've just experienced. Imagine in a pandemic, but the market is resiliently going higher. So the story of the Nasdaq, now we are seeing that there was this first top that happened here, and then this second top that happened here. So we might see a price actually pushing maybe lower to the 16,170 level, even as low as the 15,918 level. Why am I saying this? I'm not saying stocks are gonna fall, but I'm saying that they are due for a correction because they have been pushing very aggressively. Why? Because it was just a festive rally. So people were excited to buy stocks. They are on holiday, they are not doing anything, so they are buying stocks. And remember, investment bankers, they take their bonuses in January, so they needed to push their performances bonuses in order to get their big fat checks right there. So so moving on to EURUSD. So Nasdaq, we might see 1598 within, maybe it can happen this week, or it can happen within the course of the whole month of January. So the story of USDs are, so USDs are just follows what the US dollar index is doing. So if the dollar index is moving higher, obviously ZAR is going, USD ZAR is going to move high. So we are seeing that price has been moving higher on the USD ZAR, and now it's trading. It went below the 1588 level, retested 1550, but now we are back at above the 1588 level. So you might see price pushing higher to 1660, even as high as 1750. So remember, guys, this is a daily chart, so some things like this, they take time to happen. Remember, if you look at my previous videos, I've been updating USD, I think, for about 4 months, when actually this move started, maybe right say at 1421, and it's been pushing resiliently at this very same pace. I've never changed or added a line on this chart. It has been like this for months and months on end. So I think I'm gonna add another position, because you see that there's this bullish engulfing candle pattern here on the weekly chart. So it's telling us that price, it might actually move higher aggressively, rather, to 1660. So I'm probably gonna add more positions there on USD. Okay, on the JSE front now, we said we are going to look at I remember it was JASCO. Okay, it's Coronation, BARLOWORLD, and JASCO. So let us check out Coronation. Oh, the ticker is CML. Okay, the story of Coronation, there is this big head and shoulder pattern that is right here. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder. It's a reverse head and shoulder, rather, and then this is the continuation part of the right shoulder, and you might see the price make this bullish pattern, and then it retested the 500 and the 500 level, let me just say that, and you might see Coronation pushing to the 72, 71 level. So this is a longer term trade. This stock moves slow. Remember, Coronation owns other companies. They own Coro, they own a lot of companies. They are asset managers, so they invest in other businesses, take care of those businesses, and then make money from those businesses. Remember that Capitec is successful today because of Coronation made sure that Capitec is going to be successful because of the funding and the support that they put there on Capitec. So watch out for Coronation. It's been there for about 26 years now. It was formed in I think in 1995, if I'm not mistaken. So the guys who formed Coronation are still alive. So they are there themselves. So the next one that we're going to check out is BARLOWORLD. BARLOWORLD is Bell. The reason why we are going to check out BARLOWORLD, because BARLOWORLD is going to be paying a dividend in January. So people should buy the stock. Should buy the stock. They're going to be paying a dividend in January. I've forgotten the date, but if you can follow me on Twitter, I'll definitely update on Twitter. But for those who are on my premium channels, they are aware of this because I posted it on the previous week. So BARLOWORLD, it's a conglomerate. It owns other businesses. It has its main business, of which it leases what does this? It leases heavy machinery and heavy equipment from Caterpillar, and then it leases from Caterpillar, and then it also leases here in South Africa, like your Anglo-American, your Anglo, those big trucks that you see there in mines. No, it's BARLOWORLD that leases those equipment, even the ones that they use to drill when they're building a huge building. It's also BARLOWORLD that leases those heavy machineries. So BARLOWORLD, we are seeing that it moved here, and I've been talking about this stock for about 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, and now we are actually seeing that it might reach the 182 level. So I bought this one myself personally on Thursday. I bought this one on Thursday because most of the stuff that I talk about, I actually do them myself, because I don't like people doing things that I do not know. Because when you ask me a question, I should be able to provide an answer for it. So the last one, let us check out JASCO, and then we close off the session. So JASCO Electronics, guys, this company is gonna be a rock star this year. Watch out for it. So it's a penny stock, it's 3 cents, but watch out for this one. JASCO Electronics is going to shoot up maybe to 7 cents in the next couple of weeks, or it can just boom in just one day to 5 cents. You don't know how these penny stocks behave. So guys, this is just our first video in January, officially as Stocks for Hope. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So now everything, when it comes to our social media, on Twitter we are Stocks for Hope. Search this word as it is, Stocks for Hope. You will find us there on Twitter, and on our YouTube channel has changed as well to Stocks for Hope, and then on Facebook as well we have changed to Stocks for Hope from Interpack Asset Management. The Interpack Asset Management brand is the holding company that holds Stocks for Hope and other businesses that I have myself. So I thought it was not wise to use it as the main business for my investing thing. So Stocks for Hope is only for my investing, and then I do own other businesses as well. I do invest in other businesses, physical businesses myself. So it started to make no sense for me to call everything asset Interpack Asset Management. So I needed to separate things by themselves. So guys, this is just our first video. I hope you're going to enjoy it. We're gonna drop off another one in a space of 3 days. I think every week we're going to drop 2 videos every week. One educational video, one analysis video, or we're going to drop off one video that is going to be talking about a certain topic. Maybe let's say we're going to talking about a conglomerate, or we're going to be talking about risk management. But the investing, it's vastness. So our slogan is saying everything about investing. So we're just going to talk about many other things. So you guys are even welcome to suggest other topics as well that we're going to talk about. So there's 52 weeks in a year, so we need to have like 104 topics for the rest of the year. So that's just a huge lot of work for me alone. So I think your support, guys, in this will mean and also do a lot in order for us to progress and move forward. So I thank you. I'll definitely see you guys on the next video. So thank you and goodbye.